Okay, so now we come on to the Hallux wedge. Now a Hallux wedge, I've got on there, what this is essentially a wedge to move the big toe up. So if there's a problem with the joints, it's just to move the big toe up out the way. So what we need is a nice smooth ramp and a nice sharp edge, as with everything. So now mark this out and cut it out. So this is a right Hallux wedge, you can tell because it bows in, and that's the outside edge. So this is that way. So what we do with the Hallux wedge when we mark it is we always mark from the high point, just put a little arrow down like that. So that shows where it tapers down to a point. And also we're going to have that inside edge as a sharp edge. As you can see from here, it tapers down to a point, but it has a sharp edge all the way around, and you can see that there's an angled, basically it's a ramp for the big toe to go up. And on here you can see some of the effect. Oh, this has got some memory foam as well, but that's the Hallux wedge there. So you can see it tapers to a nice point and relieved of that edge. And what it does is it just kicks up this entire corner to push the big toe up. And now we go to turn that into that on the grinder. So here we're machining the Hallux wedge. As usual, first thing we do is place the sharp edge all the way around the inside of the component. Again, running along the edge of the component on the grinder. Turn it around to do the other end. This is the easy part. This is the thing we do on every component. Now, once you've got that sharp edge along the inside, we clean up the nose just to give it a bit more of a nice profile. And now we have to put on the long profile, which is basically the ramp for the big toe. Now you need to take your time with this because it's quite a, especially if you've got a thin material, it can be quite a difficult profile to put on. So it's being very gentle with the grinder, with your finger underneath it. Make sure you get the profile nice and smooth. That's nearly there. So it's just knocking the lumps off. Now you've got one bevel going down to the point, and then you've got the bevel around the edge. So what you need to do now is turn those into one bevel. So you basically go along the high point and just grind that down until you've got one bevel that goes from the point all the way up to the top end, and the sharp edge all round. So you see there, it's nearly there. Just finish off that profile. Make sure everything's nice and smooth. You haven't got any sharp edges, because you're going to be putting the big toe on this, and a lot of force is going to go through this component. So you need to make sure that there are no sharp edges.